going to Disney. What was that? Going to Disney with a toddler, they're not going to remember. Don't let anybody tell you
Hi everybody, YouTube. My name is Tanya Renee and I am basically here to share with you some of my tips and tricks that I use while visiting Disney World with my 10-month-old son. So I know everybody wants to go to Disney. Everyone wants to take their kid to Disney, and Disney's not cheap. So I'm going to share some of my saving tips, my packing tips, and different things to help me and my family out during that trip. This is my first YouTube video, so please bear with me. Do not come for me in the comment section. Let's get to it. My first thing is make a budget. Make a budget and stick to it. You know, that's the best thing you do. We planned 6 months, planned 6 months in advance for this trip. Basically, we planned exactly how much we wanted to spend. Okay, so the first thing you got to think about is obviously your tickets. How can you get your tickets on discount? There's a few ways. If you're military, that's one way. Always. They have the best tickets ever at the MWR. If you're not military or you're a resident. If you're not a resident or military, then you can look for different deals that they have on their website. That's the next way. Or do you know someone or a family member that works at Disney? Everyone in Florida works at Disney. Almost everyone. So those are a few ways to get cheap tickets. Now that you thought about getting your tickets, and you keep saying now you can't get cheap tickets, again, planning is essential. Think about how many days do you want to go? Do you want to go from park to park during the day? Or do you want to just stay in one park that day? I advise one park a day. You're going to be so beat, you're probably not going to hop from park to park, especially if you're with a toddler. One park a day. But we'll get into that a little bit later. The next thing I think about is, where are you staying? Are you going to stay on site, off site, rent a house? Those are a lot of options that you need to also think about. When we went, we stayed in a hotel off site, and we used points from our Marriott rewards. So that really helped us out a lot. But we realized the different pros and cons of staying on site and off site. There are a few which I am going to get to later on in the video. So where are you going to eat? Are you going to have a dining plan if you're staying on site? And where you're going to eat? So those are a few things that I really wanted to basically touch on. And basically, I want to touch on what to pack when going to Disney with the baby. That's the key thing right there to make your trip very successful and make it all work. Okay, so now we're talking about packing for Disney. What do you even take to Disney World? You think, oh, you just pack like usual and go. No, honey. You got to pack for Disney World, okay? I have a list here that I've been writing for months. Anyway, so what I did was I went to Etsy. There are millions and hundreds of different packing lists. Grab one of those packing lists and then modify it to your family and your needs. So most packing lists start off with your basic stuff, your paperwork you need, your Disney tickets, all your itineraries, all that good stuff, IDs, your wallets, all your important paperwork. If your child's under 2, his birth certificate, if he's a lap child flying with you. All your IDs, your credit cards, phone chargers, all that crazy snazz stuff. You know, that basic stuff that you need. But some of the stuff that people don't always think about is raincoat. Make sure you bring a poncho. Do not buy the ponchos in Disney. Go on Amazon for like $6 to $10, maybe 20 at the most. Doubt it 20, but like $10. Buy everyone a poncho. You might not need a poncho for the toddler, because make sure you have a rain cover for your stroller. If you rent one from Kingdom Strollers, they usually come with the cover for your stroller. Ponchos are very important. A water bottle. I say this because if you bring a refillable water bottle, you save on paying $4 for a bottle of water. You know, get your own water, get a water bottle that can be filled up with ice that's going to stay cold all day, and keep refilling it. And when you run out of your own water you bring with you, water's free in the park if you get it from refillable places like Starbucks and different restaurants. They'll give you free water if you have a cup. It's the easiest way to save money. Obviously, a hat, sunglasses, and sunscreen for yourself and your babies. The sun is scalding in Florida. Obviously, bathing suits. I say bring at least 2 per family member, so one's wet and you could be wearing the other one and don't have to wait. Another thing about bathing suits, if you have a little child who loves to play in the water, at Magic Kingdom there is a little area where kids run around and get wet. I say bring his bathing suit and a change of clothes in case they want to run around and get wet. Of course, for mommy, all her stuff, makeup, all that good stuff. I know you're like, oh, when am I time to put on makeup? But you will be taking a lot of pictures. And if you want to really look nice, the little basics at least. You don't have to be glammed up and contoured and all, and eyebrows arched and stuff. But, you know, if you want to, that's always an option. Flip-flops, not for the park though. Wear the most comfortable sneakers you have. The first day I wore flip-flops that I got from Croc because I thought that they would be comfortable. Worst idea ever. My old sneakers that I work out in turned out to be the best option for me. So that's what I would do. Your old, beat up, worn down, don't try to get cute sneakers to match your outfits because your feet are gonna be hurting you. And I advise you, if you have feet that hurt, bring all your bunion stuff, all your corn stuff, all the stuff for your hurt feet, bring it with you because you don't want to be running to the store to find that stuff in the middle of your vacation. That brings me to medications. Make sure you bring all your medications, your baby's medications, anything that they need, because my son caught a cold on the trip. So anything that you know your son will need, his baby Frida, his whatever, something to check his temperature. I brought all that stuff, first aid stuff, just in case. And guess what? I ended up needing it near the end of the trip. Oh, a baby fan. I say bring the baby fan. If you have a toddler that's maybe 2 and under, you know, they get really hot, especially if you have a really little baby. The rechargeable fan, which I bought one on Amazon for like 10 or 14 bucks. It charges itself. You don't need battery. It's battery and charged also. So you can recharge it and it keeps your baby cool while sitting in his stroller waiting. Another thing that I realized that was really good is, even though you're bringing a stroller, I bought a baby carrier. My son's a big boy. He's 30 pounds plus and he's only 10 months. I couldn't walk around the whole park with him in a carrier. I wish I could, because having all them strollers, it's a pain in the butt. But being able to put him in a carrier when we waited in line helped, because I couldn't hold him the whole entire time. Me and my husband swapped on and off of holding him in the carrier while we waited in line. If you have school age kids, it's kind of fun waiting in line because there's usually really fun things in the line for you to see and for kids to play and, you know, things like that. So it's not that bad. But you have little babies who can't walk or stand on their own and you have to hold them. Baby carrier was my next best thing. So I carried my baby carrier on my stroller, and every time you hit the park, the stroller to get on a ride, I put him in a carrier and I carried him. That was the best thing. If your baby can fit in a carrier, go all for it. Carry it the whole time, and a book bag for all your stuff. That's great, and they let you get on rides with book bags. So it's not a big deal. The stroller's a good idea if you want to load your stroller up with all your goodies and stuff, and then if your baby likes to nap in a stroller. But babies nap inside of carriers too. My son, not really. Now that we're on the subject of waiting on lines, one of the great things is those fast passes. Get on them. Fast passes are free. Set them. If you don't use them, you don't use them. I didn't like them too much for being scheduled to be somewhere at a certain time, but the window is so large. It's like an hour-and-a-half window to get there for your fast pass. They were worth it. Like, we used them on all of the rides I really wanted my son to go on, but we only really went on 4 rides a day max, because the lines are super long, 4 or 5 max, and it's very tiring. It is what it is. It's Disney where the lines are very, very long. One of the things that I do want to talk to you guys about is photos. Now, them photos are expensive as I don't know what at Disney World, but you have 2 options. If you're going to be at Disney World for a long period of time and you want all your photos, you want professional photos, if you can afford $199, I believe that's the Memory Maker for all professional photos. That gives you unlimited download to every photo they take of you when you're at the park. Like, if I would have knew about it before, I would have did that and got as many pictures as I could and download them all to my computer and didn't have to worry about lugging my camera around. But remember, a cast member who takes your picture, you know, they always stop you to take a picture, will also take your picture with your camera. So if you're a vlogger, or if you're anyone who just have a really nice camera or iPhone, you give it to them, they will get really good shots for you for free on your phone, on top of the picture they take professionally. You don't have to buy those photos. But those are options for you. They get really pricey. We bought 4 and it was like $69.99 for 4 prints. But now that I know, I would have got no prints. I would have did the memory maker, make sure that every time I see somebody with a camera, they were taking my picture and downloaded it all. And I would have had a really big memory because it's my first child and I want to have those photos. And I'm always outside of the photo because I'm the one always holding the camera, you know, and I'm very self-conscious. But for this, moment, I would let people take pictures of me. Long story, that self-conscious thing, but it is what it is. So the first thing is, if you decide to stay on site, there are many pros and cons to staying on site. One of the biggest pros of staying on site, you don't have to pay for parking at the park. It's $24 a day to park at the park. On top of parking at the park, you have to pack all your stuff up, take it to a trolley, put yourself on the trolley. If you have a stroller, close the stroller back up, and then pack everything up. Once you go through security, then you're good to go through the park. So that could be a hassle for some people, but it could be savings for some. So it really all depends on your preference. We did it that way. One of my biggest tips, if you are staying at off-site and you decide to park, $24, yeah, there's no way around it. It's 24 bucks. But what you can do is bring an extra baggie in your, like a foldable like beach bag, because what happens is when you get to the parking space and you get out your car, you're gonna want to load your whole entire baby carriage up with all the goodies that I'm gonna tell you later on to bring with you. Then just to realize when you get to the trolley, you gotta take it all off because you have to fold up your push cart, your stroller, to get on the trolley. So having that extra bag with you was such a help that I packed everything in that bag, put it on my shoulder, kept my stroller empty, got on the tram with my baby and my husband, and when we got through security, I loaded my baby carriage up with all the goodies and everything I needed and made it totally accessible. So that's a big thing with that. Now, if you're staying in park, on site I mean, it's a really good thing. Now the problem with that is it can get very pricey to stay on site, but they do have value hotels, which if you go on site, they have value hotels that start from about $150 and up. I advise staying on site if you can afford to. Again, they have very low cost hotels that are very nice. I believe it's called All-Star hotels. I'll put it in the link somewhere over here later on for you guys. I talk about accommodations. If you stay on site, you don't have to worry about the rental car. You don't have to worry about all that craziness. So that also helps. And you get your fast passes a little earlier. You get, I think 60 days earlier, you get to choose your fast passes. Those are basically all my pros for staying on site. Staying off site pros is it's cheaper. But the con of that is you have to pay the $24 for parking and the hassle. The best, if you can afford it, is to stay on the monorail if you stay at one of the hotels. But the monorail is very expensive, so I don't really advise that. Big deal. Fold your card up, you know, do what you gotta do. If you have more than 3 kids at a time, if you can afford to be on a monorail, I would go monorail, because you can load your whole entire stroller up from your hotel and push it right on the monorail and push it right off the monorail, and you're at the park. So those are some things to really think about. You do your research in all the different hotels. Maybe I'll do a video on the different hotels, different amenities and things like that. We're planning on going back to Disney in a few months, and we're gonna stay on site. So I can probably give you a better understanding and a better pros and cons of staying on site instead of staying out in town in a hotel. Now, one of the things that we did when we went to Disney was we rented a stroller. The reason why we rented a stroller was we had a little flimsy stroller and it wasn't as strong and durable to load all the stuff that you're gonna wanna load up on your stroller to have in the park, so you don't have to go out of the park. You can stay in the park all day. We went to a place called Kingdom Rentals. They basically rent everyone's stroller. We noticed that because when we got in the park, everyone had the strollers that said Kingdom on it with their names on it and things like that. It cost us $55 for basically, I believe, 4 days for like one of the highest end of their strollers. And the strollers worked wonders. We were able to load so much stuff on that stroller. Baby, it was a lifesaver. The stroller, you can go online and you reserve it ahead of the time. They drop the hotel off at your resort or your hotel, and when you leave, you just put it back where they left it. They know where to pick it up and they come back and get it. It was the easiest rental ever, and it was worth every single penny. Now with the strollers, if you're gonna decide to use a stroller, you gotta remember you can't take the stroller on the ride line with you. We have stroller parking. There are hundreds and hundreds of strollers. I suggest that you put something on your stroller that makes it very memorable. Just like a suitcase, you put something on it so you know that it's your suitcase. Well, same thing with a stroller. And most of the cast member realign the strollers when people go as you move. So you might come back and your stroller might not be exactly where you left it. And if everyone has the same blue stroller, it's gonna be really hard. So I say put a balloon, put something bright pink, I don't know, Disney ears, something on there so that you can know that it's your stroller. Okay, so our next thing is, which a lot of people don't know, is gift cards. We bought gift cards before we left to go to Disney. If you are a member of Sam's Club, and maybe some other places sell them too, but I know Sam's Club for sure because that's where I got mine, you get, I believe, 5% off on your gift card. So I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but 5%, if you're buying a lot of gift cards, is a lot. We bought a $300 gift card, paid $285 for it. $15, that's someone's free meal in the park. Every little bit helps. And if you're there for multiple days, $300 is nothing. You're probably gonna buy $600 or $1,000 gift card. That's almost $50 saving, $45. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not good at math. So buying a Sam's Club gift card was definitely a plus for us. Another thing is souvenirs. I gotta tell you about the souvenirs. If I was you guys, if you're trying to save money, do not buy in the park. Like, it makes no sense. The Walmart, literally not even 3-4 miles away from Disney, sells everything. Mickey Mouse, Daffy Duck, Donald Duck, the little blowers that blow bubbles. I got one for my son for $12. In the park, they were $30. Like, absolutely not. The teddy bears was like $6-7. In the park, they were like $20-something. Any souvenir, if you want to buy stuff for your family, t-shirts, the mommy and daddy t-shirts, Walmart has it all for half the price. I'm telling you, don't waste your money. I basically got everything before I left. I ordered everything. Now the t-shirts, everyone wants to have the family t-shirts. I get it. I did it too. I went to Etsy. And Etsy, we had shirts, themes for each day, you know, something for Alamo Kingdom, something for Magic Kingdom, Disney ears. We probably paid about $18 to $20 per t-shirt. But if you don't care about it being personalized, Walmart. They were like 10 bucks in Walmart. They had mommy, baby, daddy, uncle, brother, sister, and it had all different colors and all different types and stuff like that. Target sells Disney t-shirts, Disney hats, Mickey ears. I went to Etsy, got all the different kinds of Mickey ears for me and my son, and it was way cheaper than in the park. Another way to save money, we're in our little saving money roll right here. food and snacks. Back in the day, when I went to Disney as a kid, you weren't allowed to bring water and snacks in, I believe, or certain things. Now you can bring as much food and snacks that you can basically fit in a bag. You can bring whatever you want to eat. You can bring a whole picnic table if you wanted to. No one really stops you about food. So you're probably going to eat in the park. Most people do. But the snacks, they're so expensive. Why not get a Ziploc bag and put all your kids' favorite snacks in there? Especially if you have a child that has allergies, it's very hard to find snacks for them. I had a bag of Cheez-Its and blueberries and chips and all that stuff, and I had it loaded at the bottom of my stroller, which is one of the things that I said, you're gonna load your stroller up with snacks. I had a cooler with 6 bottles of water. And then I had a water bottle, one of those 12 or 24-hour water bottles filled with ice. And every time you drank water, I filled it back up and I clipped it onto my stroller. So that was one thing I had on my stroller. So save money, bring your own snacks. Now, one of the big things that I know a lot of these videos when you watch about bringing your baby to Disney is they always suggest get the Disney app. It was a lifesaver. When I say it was a lifesaver, it was a lifesaver. The Disney apps had our fast passes on it, so you can swap them and switch them if you wanted to, like last minute, if there was something else available. It had basically a GPS on it to get you from point A to point B, like the GPS on your iPhone. You put in where you wanted to go, and it basically took you there, give or take if the signal was good. You can also order your food ahead of time at the restaurant of your choice. And when you get there, you let them know you're there, and they basically start to make it. You already pay for it and everything because the lines are long just to order your food. So that was a lifesaver. And then the app would take you to the restaurant that you chose. Like, I can't find anything better than that. And then it has so much other information on there that I hadn't even used, but there's a map on there. It's all that good stuff on there. Definitely use that to your liking. It really helped out. You got to think about the baby care centers. That's another great thing that I found out from watching YouTube videos. Basically, watching YouTube videos, I learned that there are baby centers, about 2 or 3 in every park, and they're great for calming your baby down, changing the diapers. You don't really have to change them in the raggedy bathrooms. You can if you want to, but that's really nice. They have rocking chairs. They have extra food there, of course, for purchase. But it's just a good place to go and calm your baby down, cool down. You, mommy, daddy, everyone can go in there. There's bathrooms in that area. A good place to regroup. If you may want to take a nap, it's a good place. They even have like little beds to put them to sleep. What I had on my baby stroller. So the necessities on my stroller was that I made sure that I had all the stuff that my son needed, which is basically his diapers, wipes, a change of clothes. I made sure we had all of our ponchos. I made sure we had the cover for his stroller so he didn't get wet if it rained. Water bottle. I had it's basically, I have to put in a link. I don't know what it's called, but it's like a bag. It's like a bag for your stroller. You put it on the stroller, you clip it on, you can put cup holders in it and stuff in the center. I use that to be able to quickly get to his bottles and put my camera in a little section in the center. And then what I didn't have, which I wish I did have, was these little Mickey clips. It's these little clips that people get for like biking and for like all everything. You can hook them onto your stroller, and you can then hook the water bottles to hang. Your keys can hang. Little things so you can quickly grab them. I made sure I carried a change of clothes for him, obviously, his hat, our sunglasses, all our snacks, a small cooler with water bottles, and the little bag that I use to put everything in afterwards. That was basically all I had on my stroller. Like, and you know, obviously my camera. Oh, and our charger. The chargers that you charge up and you can take with you and hook your phone up to it and it charges it really fast. One of those, whatever they're called. But we both had one of those to charge, and we had walkie-talkies, but we really didn't use it. If you had a bigger family, walkie-talkies are great because the battery lasts a little longer than your phone, and you can keep in touch with your family members. And you know, it was just a good thing to have. We didn't really use them that much because it was just two of us with our son. We were never really apart from each other. So that's basically what was on my stroller. Okay, rides for kids. So before we get into rides for kids, I really suggest if you have a toddler or a little baby, I would do Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. Those are really catered to children. Like, Animal Kingdom, you're doing it almost a half a day if you don't want to do everything. But let's start off with Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom is where everyone wants to go. It's where the castle's at. Everyone loves that. That's basically for little children. So, what we liked at Magic Kingdom was Dumbo, Aladdin, the Teacups, Winnie the Pooh, The Little Mermaid, The Jungle Cruise, The Pirate of the Caribbean. I heard could be a little scary. We didn't do that, but it is also for small children. It's a Small World, which is an epic ride, obviously. The Mad Tea Party and the Carousel. Those are basically the rides that are best for the little children. On top of all those rides, you have the meet and greets, which you can wait in line to meet all the different characters. And then you also have all the different shows that are going on. Oh, The Lion King. Did I say that? The Lion King was the best. I have some clips. I'll put it in for you guys. That was the most amazing show ever. And the line for that is really long too. Kingdom, we didn't go on that many rides. It's not that many rides. Animal Kingdom, there's Finding Nemo. There is, what else was there? Animal Kingdom. Winnie the Pooh was at Animal Kingdom. I mixed that up. Was it? I think it was. No, I don't remember. I got it all mixed up, but whatever. There's only a few rides. If you're gonna do rides, I say Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom are the two places for small children. Children. Universal, there's nothing really for your kid there. Epcot, it could be a little bit if you have like a school age kid, maybe. But for me, with a child under 1 or under 2, Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom. So much for them to do, it's crazy. Most people automatically would think, why do you want to waste money going to Disney? Going to Disney with a toddler, you're not going to remember. Don't let anybody tell you that. My son, it was 10 months and he enjoyed the mess out of Disney. He loved all the characters, he had a great time. And for real, even if it's for yourself, you had a good time with your family. pictures so that he can remember those memories later on. Don't let no one tell you your child is too small to go to Disney. So basically that is it in a nutshell. I just want to go ahead and thank everyone who stuck by and watched the whole entire video to the end. I'm sorry if I rambled a lot. Again, it's my first video and I just really want to share all the things that I've learned on my trip with a toddler to Disney World. If you like this video, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe because I'm gonna have way more videos coming. I'm gonna get better. You know, bear with me, support me, and just you know, be kind. And if you have any comments, go ahead in the comment section. You can ask any questions. But if you did like it, thumbs up. If you have any more questions, I am always here to answer questions. Leave them in the comments. I'll make another video, or email me. My email information is in the comment place somewhere. Once I learn how to edit this video, I have no idea. So if you get this raw video, you guys are gonna be like, what in the world is this girl talking about? But again, thank you so much, and I hope to see you guys again. Bye.